Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm travelling around the south of Spain in my camper van Bertie, which is a short wheelbase Citroen Relay. I've got my two dogs, Lola and Mia, with me. In this video, I went into the mountains near Alicante and I went exploring. I went completely off the beaten track. I discovered two new park hubs and I'll show you exactly where they are. Orxeta Lake. I had thought of parking here. If you see down there where those people who are walking down here, you can park there, which would be quite a nice park hub because you're quite wild. But just see how low the water level is compared to normal. So I'm going to stop here for lunch, but I'll just show you what these mountains look like. So there's this huge one behind me. There's all of those ones there. All of those. And you can see down there's the sea. So I've parked not on the flat, I'm on a slope. It's not really a good location. And it's really warm for the dogs. So it's up 25 degrees now. So it's a lot warmer here than it was on the coast. Also, I suspect I'm in a national park. So there might be rules about where you can park. I'm at the park for night place in this place, but there are signs up. So you can see there's a car park. There's some vans behind me there in the background. They've managed to get flat. I was thinking of moving there, but I'd quite like more shade. This is the problem I had in the summer when I went to France. I need proper shade during the day, otherwise the dogs get too hot, because I didn't think it was going to be this warm. So anyway, but it's pretty. I'll turn the camera around. That shows you how steep the walks are. So look at that. Most people have got poles for walking along here. So I don't know if I should attempt that. So I found this really good parking spot. If you can see, there's Bertie. And just completely surrounded by mountains all the way around. And I've parked basically in a swimming pool car park. The swimming pool's closed for the winter. So I'll show you around. So this is the swimming pool area. So there's toilets. I think the toilets are closed. But there's this whole outdoor cooking area here, which is really nice. So you can do your barbecues there. You can sit at these tables. There's a playground. There's a view of the mountains. It's only a little village down here. That might be a shop or something over there. And then down there is the swimming pool. Down there. There are two swimming pools actually. And they're empty. And at the top of this hill is a castle. So I'm going to walk up there. A little path going up, see what it's like. And I believe it's floodlit at night. So here I am, king of the castle. It's huge, and look at that view it's got. If you think of the defensive position this town would have had. Look at that castle, you can see everything all around it. All of these mountains. And we're about, only about 20 or 30 kilometres from the sea. I really haven't gone very far inland, but it's lovely here. I would recommend you not just stick to the coast. Sea's down that way, the Mediterranean, 30 kilometres or so. So I like the sort of absence of health and safety. Imagine in England. Dogs are going down there. It's just these holes everywhere. This part of the castle. Maybe it's the well. I don't know. You know what it is? Maybe it's a basement. But this is the castle at the top of the hill. Look at that. It's a massive castle. This is the worst thing about my life. It's the wind. Really windy in the night, and the van actually rocks. It's now 7 AM, the sun's coming up off now. But I don't know if you can feel the van rocking and all that noise. You know there's not many trees here. Yes, Mia. She doesn't even want to go outside because of the wind. Look at it. Really gusty. I'll dive down later. So I'm doing a circular walk around the village. I found out there's like 5 different walks starting from where I parked, so it's a really good walking spot. Very lucky, I found a drinking trough which is attached to the wash house just there. Oh, that's the name of the walk I've done over there actually. Camino de Santiago. I'm going to try and put the dogs in here because they're absolutely filthy. There we are, medieval drinking fountain used by dogs to get them clean. Just showing you how narrow the roads are. Look, this is a 2-way road, yeah. This here is also a 2-way road. There's a really pretty street up there with steps. That man walking up it. So, I managed to find 2 bars in this town, although it's quite small. The other one is run by Spanish people and it's absolutely packed, like every chair taken, even though it's a weekday, like in the morning. And then I'm at this one, which is run by an English woman, and she gave me a breakfast for €5. There's ham and mushrooms on toast with coffee. So this parking spot is really, really nice, absolutely quiet, nobody here. You're next to a river, but the river isn't flowing at the moment. I've been here nearly a month and it still hasn't rained, so I don't know. but I'm not actually near the reservoir at all, but I'm going to go for a walk and work out exactly where I am. So this walk is basically just along the riverbed. You can see behind me. It's a riverbed with like a road in the middle. I don't know when it rains. It's December. It hasn't rained the whole month. Okay, I'm in Alicante, in the mountains, and this is what it looks like. Everything is brown. I don't know, I'll turn the camera around. So here we are, it's a good view of the reservoir. Still got a bit of water in. Try to keep the dogs away from there. So this is the old reservoir, which was abandoned in 1957 and they built the new one. So I suppose it would have been quite big. I'll show you how big it is. All the way around there. And this is the little house attached to it. And there we are, back at Bertie after that walk. So I'm driving to the new reservoir now, just because I want to see what it looks like, and then I'm going to Sella for lunch, and then I'm going to look for another park up spot. To show you how neatly you can park a short wheelbase van. Fits perfectly in the parking spot next to all the other cars. So this is Sella. It's built into the mountain like this, and it's got tiny little lanes, really cute. It's got this nativity scene in the rock, so they've stuck an angel to the rock. There's the wise men. Here's the baby. What a racket. That's 12 o'clock. Here's a wooden Christmas scene. They've got, I think those are reindeers. These things might be sheep. There's three wise men. I don't know, ask me what's in the tree. Birds or something. Here's like a donkey carrying oranges. There's some rabbits. And I think that's the stable there. With a cow and a horse, and the baby is just, yeah, everything's a log, and the tree decorations also wooden. Here's my lunch, ham and tomato, and one of these bars that's like right on the main road. This is the restaurant for you if you collect tea towels. to a collection of tea towels. Okay, here's another road going to some, it's a two-way road obviously, steep drop on the side. Don't ask me where I'm going. After coming to the car. Holy shit cake. There's a huge rock sticking out on the side. And a bush. I don't know. Go through the bush. Stop there. Holy shit, where are we going now? I'm not going along that road. So I've basically driven up a mountain. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was quite a narrow road, but it was mostly tarmacked, and I didn't meet any traffic, so it wasn't too bad. And I've got a really good park up. Might move the van in slightly. I'll just show you. Okay, if you want to know where I am 3 kilometers from Relleu, 2.6 kilometers from Sella. So I might do the Relleu walk tomorrow. It's amazing, look how high up, like look at that house right up there. You think these little houses are quite remote, look how high up they are. So that's where Bertie is now. See on this side how the pine trees are spreading where the farm isn't looked after, and they don't plough around the almond trees. Just gonna have a look at this little house up here. It's such a nice garden, that. Look at it. Little holiday house. So the road continues further than we have parked, but basically I've stopped as soon as the tarmac ended, so just be careful. Just thought I'd show you how lovely and pink the mountains are. There's the pink one. There's another one. Just to show you, I'm parked right next to the mountain. So I'm setting off on this walk, the one above me. I'm going to Relleu today. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, but it's already 14 degrees. So I've got to go early. It's going to get up to 25 degrees today. So I'll let you know how I get on this walk. So this is where someone's building a house, I think. I think they've demolished an old building. And they've managed to get some materials delivered. And this is the building that's left. So yeah, completely off-grid, no electricity, water, anything. And just show you the view from here. Look at that. So there's the sea over there, beyond the mountains. And over there is Benidorm, beyond that smoke. And there's that big mountain. And back that way, where I'm pointing, that's where I've walked from. That's the way to Sella. There's a bit of excitement. I've seen Relleu. So there's the castle I was parked next to a couple of days ago. Might go back to that parking spot actually, now the wind's gone. So, if you wonder why all these little terraces are ploughed, I saw this really tiny track downtown. Which you can obviously get up here because it's so tiny. You know, I'm quite nosy. I decided while I'm walking up this mountain, I'm going to go have a look at this finca just up this road. It's 60,000 square meters. I'm going to see what it's like, see if they've got water. That's the key thing. So this is the driveway. Quite steep, a bit bumpy, but there you go. So the path continues. It is quite narrow and quite steep, but I think it's this house over here. Go this way. Oh, behind this tree. Wait. Let me show you without falling down the mountain. I think it's that house there, which is for sale. If anyone wants a house, it's in Sella, 60,000 square meters. It's got solar. So dogs are exhausted. It was a 3-hour walk. I'm going to lie down. There's my chair, beer, and some oranges. Healthy lunch. So I just spoke to the people who are building the house, the one I walked through this morning. They're building a holiday house for themselves. They said they're going to get a solar panel, but they will have no water. They have to get water delivered in those huge tanks. I asked them about the finca that's for sale. They said it's 30,000 euros, but it doesn't include the house. So just for a farm it's 30,000. For a finca with a house, it's 50,000. So that's what they said. And they said it's unusual that there's no rain. Normally there is rain. This has been a bad winter for rain, and it hasn't rained for ages. So that sort of confirms what I'd thought. I've been here a month and it hasn't rained yet. So today I'm going to walk to Sella. Apparently there's 3 pools you can swim in, right to the bottom. There's sort of irrigation tanks. So it's 2.6 kilometers. So it's down this mountain, down there. Got to walk all the way down. And then in the valley there's some irrigation tanks in what is the river when it rains. So that's the plan for today. I want to know how people reach these houses. Look where they are. Is that one? It's like some sort of competition, how high you can build your house. So there's another good parking spot when you're driving up this road. Just there on the side of the road, you've got space for you to park. There's also a little track going down here. I don't know if this is going to someone's house where Mia's running. You can always go down there. So there's the park up spot. So this is a bit lower down the mountain than where I'm staying. And this, if you look over here, this is a track. You can easily drive along there. I think it's probably leading to an abandoned house because it's quite overgrown. But that would be a really good parking spot. Look at this tiny little house here. It's a proper traditional farmhouse. Seems to have an outside toilet though, so, and maybe an outside shower there, and a fire. It's empty though. Now you can see it's actually an outside kitchen they've got. There's the sink, and the water's coming from that water butt at the end. So it must just be a holiday house now. There's the house from another angle. They must have like a sewage, that must be a sewage pipe just leading down into that. Must be almond trees down there. Pretty. So there's an old house. Looks a bit like a chapel or something. Got loads of solar panels on. Then they've built like a timber cabin there. Then they've got a really tiny swimming pool down there. And then they've built a new house there with a flat roof. So I suppose you can use the roof for sunbathing. This is that traditional irrigation system. Everything above that is almonds, and it's not irrigated. You can see how dry it looks. And there's one of these pools, yeah, irrigation pools. So I walked down the mountain, then I got onto the main road. I took the road into Sella, I went across the bridge. As soon as I crossed the bridge, I turned right down this little track road, you can see behind me, this little concrete path, to look for these pools. So these are the pools. This one, I mean, it hasn't rained for ages, but you can imagine if it did rain, that would be a really nice pool. And I'm going to walk on a bit further. Apparently there's 3 pools down here, but the water looks really clean. So there it is. It's like the original drainage channel in the valley. And there's the mountain above. So there's the old mill, which I thought was derelict, but it seems to have a few windows. And there is a really good swimming pool just next to it. Look at that pool. There's another swimming pool. Steps down to it. It's lovely. When you get in there, dogs have just had a good swim. I'll just get in, see how cold it is, or a quick wash anyway. So that was a lovely swim, really good. It's ice cold, really refreshing. I only went in up to my waist. It's like waist deep, so you could have a swim around it. And I mean, it's still early. It's like 10:30 in the morning. The sun hasn't got here yet, and it's the middle of winter. But you can imagine this place in summer, it would be gorgeous. Well, any time of year, really. Lola's got dirty, so she's going to have another swim. See, I like to be back at the camper van on the day because it's going to get up to 24 degrees today. I've got to walk up that mountain. So that's why I'm out quite early. Come on, in the waterfall. Come on, Lola, go in there. Get yourself clean. There's a lovely old house. Just needs a new roof, really. Right next to the river. So I came up from the river, just at this point. This looks like a driveway to somebody's house. And the path up the mountain, is, you see where those rubbish bins are? There. Where that car is, then there's a bush. Rubbish bins. You turn left after the rubbish bins to drive up the mountain. And there's Sella in the background. So it's just before you reach Sella. So there's the point where you go up the mountain path. After the big wheelie bins, you follow that walking sign. Lovely house. Needs a new roof. And there's another one down there. See that one there? Just needs a new roof as well. Maybe a couple of walls. So this house here, it's got a ladder to get down to the next level. Fence to stop the children falling down. In the back garden they've got water. So you get your water delivered in these big white plastic things. So I'm back. It was a 5-kilometre walk down to Sella, to the river, but it's all uphill coming back. So, and there's Bertie waiting, and the dogs need some water. And here's a healthy lunch. It's got a vanilla protein shake, apple with peanut butter, and Romney's Kendall mint cake. Tasty. Hi, so I'm leaving the mountains now. I'm going to drive 2 kilometres down this mountain. So I'll try and video it, see how I get on. But I would recommend this, going up mountains. There's only been 2 cars that have gone past me. Both of them stop and chat to me. They're the people who are building a house further up the hill. It's them and their builders. But yeah, just go exploring, see what you can find. And the mountains are lovely. Right, wish me luck for going down this mountain now. So this is a steep bit. Look at this. I'm going in first gear all the way down. I'm going early, so I know there's nobody coming up. There's one passing place all the way. There you go. Right. There you go. So if I stick to first gear, just go really slowly. Hi, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're looking to do a bit of exploring, just look up, go into Google Maps and type in hiking, and it will come up with all the hiking trails in Spain. And then follow a hiking trail and you might find a parking spot or a lay-by, but you can guarantee you'll be a long way from towns and the hustle and bustle of the coast. But it's a really good idea to go inland and do a bit of exploring. Don't stick to the coast, which is crowded even in winter. And the temperatures have been fine actually. I thought it'd be much colder in the mountains, but it's been like 11 degrees at night and up to 24 during the day, and this is December, so it's just as warm in the mountains. I'm about like 20 kilometers inland from Alicante, and it feels like the back of beyond. It's just really lovely. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.